Your China team is complaining about Microsoft 365. Again. The IT team checks. Emails are working, users can log in, nothing appears to be broken. So what's going on? The good news, this is one of the most common and most fixable Microsoft 365 issues we see here in China. And it usually doesn't take a new IT project to solve it. So let me give you a real example. We worked together with a European manufacturing company that had offices both in Europe and in China. One Microsoft 365 tenant, same setup used by their teams everywhere. From HQ side, everything looked fine. Global IT checked the tenant's health, checked the user license, checked uptime, all green. But the China team kept raising the same complaints week after week. Teams meetings were inconsistent, large files were slow to sync, and the local IT team handled their tickets on repeat. And their standard response was, restart, check your connection, try again. It wasn't fixing anything, because the problem wasn't on user's laptop or in the office Wi-Fi. So here's what most global IT teams don't realize. China has its own internet border, and all traffic leaving mainland China, including Microsoft 365 traffic, must pass through governmental regulated internet gateways. That means throttled bandwidth on cross-border traffic, congesting at peak hours and unpredictable routing to reach servers outside China. So even with a perfectly good office network, every single request, like opening an email, joining a Teams call, or syncing a file, has to cross that gateway before it reaches Microsoft's global servers. And on a standard consumer-grade internet connection, that crossing is unpredictable at best. So that's actually the real issue. Not Teams, not the tenant, not the local network. It's what happens in the gap between China office and the rest of the world. The fix isn't migrating anyone off Microsoft 365, and it isn't rebuilding the tenant. It's actually giving China's traffic a dedicated, legally compliant path out of the country, instead of competing with everyone else on the standard internet. This is a connectivity fix. It's not a Microsoft 365 fix. And it's simpler and faster to deploy than most IT teams expect. There are two main ways to fix this. One is MPLS, which is a dedicated carrier-graded private line, reliable but expensive and often more than most international SMEs in China actually needs. And the other one is SD-WAN, which delivers the same core benefit, dedicated, legally compliant bandwidth out of China at a fraction of the cost, which makes it the right fit for most companies we work with. For this client, we deployed a legal SD-WAN connection between their China office and their global infrastructure. Here's what it looks like. No tenant migration and no change how the global team worked. The China office used the exact same Microsoft 365 environment as everyone else. It's just stopped fighting the connection to get there. The results were noticeable within weeks. The technology didn't change, and the tenant didn't change either. One thing changed though: how China's traffic got out of China. Same global Microsoft 365 environment. Same setup HQ already knew and trusted. The only difference was giving China office a legal dedicated path to reach it. Microsoft 365 absolutely works in China. For global teams and a global tenant, no change is required. The performance problem always comes down to one thing: how China's traffic crosses the border to reach it. We provide legal SD-WAN and MPLS connectivity solutions built for multinational companies operating in China. So your China team gets the same Microsoft 365 experience as everyone else at HQ. If your China office is dealing with the same complaints week after week, it's worth to check your cross-border connectivity before anything else. Reach out and we're happy to take a look at your setup. No obligations. We're Jet IT Services and we help multinational companies manage IT operations and Microsoft 365 collaborations across Greater China and APAC. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more practical IT insights for your business.